Nick, what's the level of importance to have back-to-back division games coming up?
Yeah, it's important, very important. We know these games mean more, but at the end of the day, it's still a game. We have to go out there and play no matter who we're playing. So we understand that, but it's definitely a sense of urgency with this team. We've lost past 3 games, I believe. So, we all feel that. We all understand what's going on around here. So we're all eager to get out there and play our best game.
People always talk about the AFC North and run the football and physical. Is it that way against Cincy, Baltimore, and Pittsburgh?
It is. It's a different mindset for sure. I mean, we all know what's going to happen in this game. It's going to be a very physical, big, run the ball game, which it is all the time. We know each other very well. So, I mean, we know what to expect, but it's always different going to these games.
Nick, what did the Patriots do well against your run game, and was it anything different than you'd seen from the previous 5 opponents?
I mean, they played well. They had a great plan for us. Big guys up front. Yeah, they just handled everything well. Just props to them for coming to Cleveland and shutting us down.
And Nick, specifically, what were they doing though? Because it seemed like you weren't able to get to that next level like you're normally able to. Would they just have a lot of guys at the point of attack? What was the difference?
I don't know. Whatever they did it well. So.
Not every game is going to have that strong run game. You're going to be stopped sometimes. That's the nature of the NFL. But for you, how do you stay patient and in those games and just keep trying to create that and those opportunities?
Just sticking with what I do with my, how I run the ball, my patience, and all those things. I stick with that. I know eventually, the line will do a great job blocking. We'll open something up, but it never came for us. So I mean, that's part of it. That happens, but got back to work today.
Nick, if you guys don't have Wyatt this week, what does that do to your run game?
Next man up, and we have a great O line here. Coach Callahan does a great job. Those guys having them ready, and I know whoever he puts right there will be ready.
Do you think that affected though losing him during the game?
Well, it wasn't working with them in it, so they did a great job up front. So I mean, whoever's in there is going to be ready.
Nick, when you only run the ball 12 times, are you just the kind of person that you just go with the flow and you do whatever is being called, or do you feel like you would have liked an opportunity to run more?
Well, of course, I want the ball in my hands. It doesn't have to be a run. It could be anything, but I trust in whatever coaches have going on. I mean, I felt like we were behind, so we need to throw the ball more, and that's what we did. And I mean, at the end of the day, we had a chance to at least make it a one possession game. Weren't quite able to. So I mean, we were always in that game. But just at the end of the score looks worse than what it was because at the end they ended up just blowing us out. But we had a chance there, and we didn't make it happen.
Some of your biggest explosive plays of this season have come on runs. So I mean, don't you think that even if you are down 24-6, I mean, you could hit it at any time, even if they're bottling you up most of the other runs, right?
Possibly, but I mean that's not what happened. So.
You entered the season with such high hopes and excitement, Nick. How have you dealt with the fact that you guys are 2-4 and 30 losers?
Yeah, it's been hard, coming to the season. Obviously, the offseason, working really hard and coming to not quite what we all expected. But I mean, it's still a long season, have a long way to go. I mean, anything can happen. We can turn this thing around and starting with this game up front. So the season's not over. We have a long way to go, but a lot of work to do. But I mean, we're still in it.
You still have a high confidence level that you can get a turnaround?
All right, yeah.
With the division still up for grabs, does that, I mean, I know that you always kind of put emphasis on the division game, but do you see that there's still plenty of opportunity there?
It is, but I mean, it starts with the day, us going out there and going to work. Nothing's guaranteed for sure, but just gotta go to work today and see what happens.
How good is that Ravens run defense when you watch them on film?
They're always good, as good as ever, as good as they've been since I've been here. So it's always fun going up against them. Always hard, always tough for run game. It's always a challenge.
What did you think when Jacoby stood up after the game and talked to you guys?
I mean, that's Jacoby. I mean, he's a great leader, great vocal leader. He meant every word. The team, we all felt it. We all feel the same way. We have to do the small things right, and starting today, we're going to get back on track.
Can a message like that have a real impact on guys?
It can if you do everything he says. If we take it serious and actually do it, it can.
Were you kind of surprised that he did it?
I know Jacoby. That's the type of guy he is, and I know he was very disappointed in himself. And so I know he felt that bulling up, and he had to let it out.
It's one thing for guys to take the verbal accountability and acknowledge their mistakes, but it's another, like you're talking about, to make the corrections on the field. Just what do you think it's going to take for you guys to make those corrections on the field and get past the hey, it's my fault phase?
We just need 11 guys doing their job. No one going out their way to be Superman or anything. Just do your job, do the small things right, and when we do that, we're a pretty good team. So just get back on track.
Did Jack Conklin's story, if you heard it, that he was with the Titans when they started 2-4 and ended up winning the AFC Championship game? If you were aware of that, did that kind of give you a little bit of hope that you guys can?
I wasn't aware of it, but I mean that's football for you. I think the Colts were 1-5 last year. I think we had some guys on that team, maybe not, but I mean it's a long season, a long way to go. So we'll see where we end up. Thank you.